Hello and welcome to this tutorial. Today, from an airplane view, we'll make a Windmill app from scratch. Okay, so as you can see, we have an airplane view already. This view is actually the one that you can find on Airplane's landing page with a tutorial. It is made of two tables, customers and orders, and the second table, orders, is linked to the selected row of the first table with two buttons and actions, ship and unship. Okay, so this table is linked to a PostgreSQL database. As you can see, we have the credentials as a resource in Airplane. This table is actually a superbase Postgres. Okay, so let's go to Windmill. And as you can see, in Airplane, it is all made of code from React and distinct scripts. From Windmill is different. It's a low-code editor. So on the right, you have all the components you can add, and you'll see that on the bottom you have the code that you can add and link to each component. So let's add a table component. We'll make it full width, and now we have static data source. We want to compute data source, which means the result of a script. We can pick any language that we like, but today let's take PostgreSQL as in the Airplane example. Okay, so let's just add some PostgreSQL code and link it to a Postgres resource, which is exactly the same concept as you will find in Airplane. So let's just fill with the appropriate name and fields. And the password. That will make a secret called a variable in Windmill. Okay, and the script worked. We see that we have our table. Let's create the second table. Okay, so from the same component. And now we could create a script as we did before, but we could also select a script from the workspace. So for the example, we'll show you how to create a script in the example and take it into your app. So let's save this app before, and let's go to our Windmill workspace. So this one is on the cloud. Okay, let's create a script and pick the language. Again, it's PostgreSQL. So, as you can see, the three first lines are actually the arguments that we'll see in the auto-generated UI. See, if we rename an argument, we see it in the auto-generated UI. So for this script, we just need one argument called customer ID, and then we can use it in our code, see below. Okay, so we could deploy our script, and now let's refresh the app and take that table and compute it from a script from the workspace. This is the script we just created. Let's add a table, and as you can see, customer ID was an input, so we have it here, and let's link it to the selected row customer ID of the first table. And now, every time you select a customer, the customer ID will be the input of the script of the second table. Okay, so remember our Airplane app, we had two buttons, so let's add the two buttons and link a script to each of them. So let's use the first way of creating an inline script, PostgreSQL, and now you know how to do it. So we write our code. We need two inputs, so order ID and ship's date. We'll use the two arguments as you can see in the code. Let's also add our PostgreSQL resource, link the order ID argument with the order ID of the selected row of our second table, and then for ship date, we just need new date to fill it with the current date and time. Okay, let's rename it unship and make it red. We could add also some custom CSS here. Okay, and for the script in PostgreSQL, now you know how to do it. We use one argument that you can already see on the right panel and use it into our code, link it to a database, link order ID to the order ID of the selected row, and here we go. Okay, it seems that our app is ready. We can now deploy it and see the preview to test it. Okay, this part seems to work. And now let's try shipping an article. And now let's see our table in Supabase. Okay, it was refreshed. And we can see on the last row that this is the date of today and time. It was indeed updated. Thank you.